back here with Andrew from Las Vegas. Well, it's 2 weeks post-op, and as of Monday, lost 8.4 pounds, which I'm just excited about. I think that's probably my second most amount of weight I've lost in a week. So things have just been going really good in that area, and I'm really jazzed. You know, I wanted to give you an update on my hip. At the end of November, I had a follow-up MRI done on my hip. And then the day before surgery, I saw my orthopedic doctor, and he had read the MRI, and the hip is healed, which I'm just so excited about. Oh, it's just been long, almost 6 months on the crutches, and so I'm pretty excited about that. So I'm off the crutches. I have physical therapy starting probably next week, and since I haven't used the left leg for that 6 months, I had to keep the weight off for the hip to heal. My knee started hurting right away as soon as I started using it. The muscles around it weren't built up enough, and it's just been, I've been limping along. I'll not use any crutches in the house. I'll be able to take a short trip to like the grocery store, get 1 or 2 things, and do fine on a short outing like that. Anything longer than that, I need a little more support, so I use one crutch. If it's say over a half a mile, I'll use a crutch. So anyway, hopefully through physical therapy and getting a little more active, I'll be back to 100%. But it's probably going to take a couple months or so. But I am really excited about that. Also wanted to give you an update on the testing that had occurred on my hyperthyroid issue, and I see the doctor on Monday for that, and blood pressure and other things, but I already read the results on that, and from what I can tell, it doesn't look like I have it. That second number we needed to see wasn't anywhere in the range that would cause that, and then the first number that was high on that first test actually came down within range. So it looks good to me, but I'll know more on Monday. But I'll just say, hey, it's good for now. I did want to tell you about I've had numbness in my right leg sometimes when I'm sleeping, about 2 or 3 times a month. And since I've lost this weight, I've lost over 30 pounds really fast since November approximately 22nd, 23rd, and since that's happened, some weight shifted or whatever, and I've had that numbness. It's every day for about 6 days now. And that's the real reason I'm going to the doctor on Monday, is to find out more about that. Sort of similar to when your foot falls asleep or something like that, but more intense and more paralyzing in effect. And before, it used to just be right around my right hip, which had the hip that had problems was my left hip. Now it's gone all the way down to my foot. It's usually only been about half, maybe 1/4, 1/3 of my leg from side to side. Now it's about half. So that's increased quite a bit. And I first contacted my surgeon about it, and he said that to get it, that the lap band had nothing to do with it, to get in contact with my primary care. So that's where I'm starting, and I hope that goes well, finding out more about that. And I'll keep you up to date on that next week. Blood pressure with my meds has gotten down to normal, and I haven't been normal in probably a year. And some readings have been just slightly under normal, and so that's another thing I'm going to meet with my doctor, just to have a plan on, as I continue to lose weight, to what I need to do as far as what dosage to wean myself off of the high blood pressure medicine, but man, I am so excited. My ankles, the high blood pressure medicine I'm on now, I've only been on for like 6 months. Prior to that, I was on one that was a diuretic, so I never had the issues with swollen feet or anything. But in the last couple months, I've had swollen feet and swollen ankles, and that is all gone. It's just real rare that I walk a lot or exertion or whatever that causes just the left to swell. The right doesn't swell. So anyway, hopefully that I keep the blood pressure down as the weight comes off, that'll just be a thing of the past. So I'm really excited about that. I wanted to share a little bit of my experiences of just what it's like after 2 weeks, or what it was sort of like during the 2 weeks. I found that most drinks, I'd say most drinks, that they became too sweet. It was really odd. There was a lot of just Snapple tea, Snapple cranberry drink, or raspberry iced tea Snapple, or just putting stevia in my tea just made it too sweet. And so that was really different. I definitely have seen a difference in my and how I taste things, and I desire more spicier things and stuff like that. One of the things during surgery that he found out, and is I had a hiatal hernia. Sorry, mispronounced that. But anyway, it was causing me some reflux and some, the typical needing antacids and stuff like that. So anyway, that was fixed. They fixed that during surgery. So he said, you can have the spicy foods you want and stuff like that. So I'm pretty jazzed about that, because I've always liked spicy foods. And then a couple non-scale victories. There, for a little bit, I was losing weight so fast. I went down one size in pants, and then 5 days later, I was down another size in pants. And I was just like, wow, that's so exciting. And for some reason, as I got up in weight and up to the highest weight I was at, I kept buying shirts for some reason. I kept buying, and I'm up to 3X shirts, and I think I might have a couple 4X shirts. But pants, I got up to a certain size, and I just refused to buy a lot of pants. I would get, frankly, just a couple and just wash them over and over again. And the main reason is that my weight wasn't necessarily in my legs and stuff. It was in my waist and in my stomach, chest area. And so my pants just sort of looked like, I don't know how else to say, parachutes or whatever. And they just, just hung off my waist, and almost like a tent. And, I was just embarrassed, and I just couldn't, come to, buying many pants. So now that I'm down to this size in waist, and my legs are, the same size or maybe a little smaller, I have a lot of nice casual dress pants now that I haven't been able to wear for well over I'd say 3 years or whatever, and they're still in style, and that is just so nice to have. As I continue to lose weight, I still have clothes in storage, so I'll have to go to storage if I continue to lose beyond where I'm at now, which I will, but I think these pants will, I would guess, last me another month before I would need to find something smaller. But what's been really exciting is stacking up the stuff I can't wear anymore. I got a stack going, and I'm going to take it to the clothing exchange at our surgical weight loss center, and then I can trade them in for sizes that fit me, and share them with other people. And since I'm a smaller, what they call a smaller large guy, there's plenty of people that are there that they say will just really be glad to have my clothes. So that's been just really encouraging for me. Went down in belt sizes. I have small belts that work great, and I mentioned my ring. I went down in ring size, and so that's great. I've seen in my face, I've lost some of the weight in my face, which is pretty jazzed about. Oddly enough, I've lost weight here, and I've lost weight in my chest, and I'm really glad. I know a lot of the women have said they don't want to lose any weight in their in this area, but for me, I'm just so excited to have lost some of the weight here, and I hope to continue to lose weight here. But I still can't wear any smaller shirts yet. I'm still at 3X, so hopefully that'll come soon. And then the other day, I went out to eat, and I was really concerned about it and stuff, and I went to this place I really like to eat at, and I really like this Manhattan clam chowder and red, clam chowder, and I was able to eat it. I was able to mush it all up. There's some potatoes in it, mush it and chew it really, really well, and yeah, it went down really well. And that's all I had, but I was just so excited to be able to go out to eat because it's a place I go to a lot, and I'll be able to, enjoy, a meal there. And something I've always had there. I had to go buy, the carrot cake and all the other stuff too. And it's a place where it's sort of European style, so a lot of it is not very sweet. And so I've had it all, and I just have no desire to get any of that stuff there. I mean, I know where to get that stuff, but I just have no desire. So it's a really good place for me, and it just works out really well. I wanted to also share with you, in the last 2 weeks, I have been hungry 4 times, and on a scale of 1 to 10 being the highest, it's been a 3, and it's usually in the morning. And so I was really surprised with that. I knew that. I know I'm in the honeymoon stage of the band and everything. I did get a 14cc band, and I got 2 cc's in it, but I was a little surprised, that I haven't been hungry, and it's been helpful. And actually, I wanted to share a little bit of how I felt. In the first 10 days, I was not anticipating feeling like this. I don't know if you remember ever drinking at one time maybe too much water and just how you feel like you're sort of floating. I felt that the whole 10 days. I tell you, it didn't matter if I drank a little or I drank a lot or ate a little, ate a lot. And a lot would be 4 ounces. A little would be 1 ounce. But I felt like I was floating the whole time. And I was just like, wow, this is not how I want to feel. Sure enough, after 10 days, I felt a lot better. After about 12 days, I really started feeling like myself again, and I was able, I wasn't able to get up to 64 ounces of liquids until about day 12, and drinking liquids for me prior to surgery was easy. I did the 64 ounces for 2 weeks in a row, and compared to how it is now, it was simple. One suggestion that I would tell everybody is after surgery is drink stuff at room temperature, if that helps you. I know everybody's going to be different, but for me that was so hard to convince myself to do, but it really is what did well. And also I would recommend having a hot tea in the morning. It just seems like it just settles that pouch down, and it really worked. Once I've gotten into this routine of having a hot tea in the morning and taking my medications with a room temperature water or tea, that works out really well. And as soon as I take something cold, all of a sudden I feel it in my stomach and just don't feel good. I know that'll change in time, but for what it's